Good morning, all. So, it was brought to my attention yesterday that my video yesterday had no sound. And what I think happened was I was listening to a podcast while sunbathing yesterday, and I had the little microphone bit underneath, well, not underneath me completely, but needless to say, it got absolutely drenched in sweat, and therefore I think some water got into the microphone, and therefore when I did my video no one could hear anything because the microphone had been damaged by the sweat. So I apologise about that, and I will talk about it again now. So what I was saying yesterday is just how difficult is red light therapy photobiomodulation to use. Now, it always used to be very complicated because you used to have specialist lasers, etc., etc. So you used to have to go to specific places that had specific licenses, etc. Whereas now, what they've done with the available research that there's out there is they've shown that LEDs are pretty much as effective as lasers, and in some cases better than lasers, and in a few cases not so good. But by and large, they are as good as lasers. So LEDs can be effective methods of photobiomodulation. And subsequently, that meant that how difficult is it to use photobiomodulation in red light? It's not anymore. The devices I sell are all home use, or even take it with you. So I've got two devices, the TravelMate and the Torch, which are both battery operated, so you can take it with you. And as I do when I'm going out on my long walks, etc., and if I'm going to stay overnight and I've got my tent, or if I'm just going to sleep under the stars, etc., then I will take my little torch or my TravelMate with me, especially if I'm going to do long walks, because I can just get the anti-inflammatory properties on my ankle by shining it on my ankle at the end of the night, at the end of the day even. And so you can have those ones where you can travel them with you, or you can have just ordinary lights or panels that just plug into the wall. So very simple home use devices that are very, very easy to use. Now, some of the difficulty comes when you start to want specific things from it, and this comes on the back of a review that I got yesterday saying which was really, really, really nice, and I'm so grateful when people take the time to review the products that I sell them and the effort that I make with them with regards to the customer service and the guide that I put together for them, because unlike the big companies out there, I don't have millions of dollars to spend on marketing to sponsor big teams and therefore get my brand name out there. I rely on people's word of mouth. And one of the things that's highlighted in that latest review that you can see was posted yesterday is the effort that I make with regards to customer service, because it's very easy to use photobiomodulation, absolutely, but in order to get the most out of photobiomodulation, it does require a little bit of nuance. Everything's about nuance. A little bit of research and understanding what is what. And by that I mean understanding how far away you should be, how long should you be in front of it, what's the overall dosage that you are wanting, how often should you do it during the week. And these things are often kind of missed out on a lot of the bigger name brands. They'll send you a little one-page leaflet or something that says use it 2 to 14 times a week for 5 to 20 minutes at a time. Now, they don't tell you how far away, and how far away changes how long you need to stand in front of it. Also, depending on what you're looking to get help with, whether you're looking something superficial and like skin superficial or small joints, there's a big difference in how long you use it, potentially how far away you stand, if you're looking for that superficial versus a deeper muscular or deeper joint issue. And that's where I make a really big effort with you when you purchase a lamp or a panel, etc., is that I will get in contact with you and I will understand what it is you're trying to get help with, and I will put together a guide that tells you what the research says. Now, currently the research consists of about 7,000 published articles and research papers. 7,000. So it's a lot to read through for you. Now, the good thing is you don't need to. I will do that for you, and then I will put together a guide of what the research says, i.e. how far away to stand, how long to go in front of the light, how often to go in front of the light. I will also talk to you about things that you might need to consider, like how reflective the skin is, and how that might change how long you're in front of the light. Or for example, on a lot of them there's a large range of the dosage, i.e. how much light do you want inside your body. There's a large range from the research. But the great thing is on these things is oftentimes this large range of dosage all pretty much all show a positive benefit, and therefore you can always start on the lowest range. So I'll give you the lowest range, and then you can work your way up from there, because again you will know, because I'll provide a table that says, right, this is how strong the light is from this distance, i.e. so if you are in front of the light from this distance for this amount of time, you'll get X amount of joules, and then the things that you ask to get help with, I will tell you what the research says in terms of what the dosage is, and then you'll be able to look at that little table and be okay, if I'm 5 centimeters away, that means I need to spend this much time. If I'm 30 centimeters away, then I need to spend this amount of time in front of it. And therefore you don't need to think about any of that. All that kind of how long, how many times, and how far away, that's answered for you in your personal guide. And that means that you can use photobiomodulation much more confidently and much more safely, because I've seen on a lot of these forums going, I've been using it for a month or so and I haven't seen anything, whereas a lot, if not most, of my customers are, from day one or from session one, I can feel that it's working, and that's what it should be. It should be like almost an instantaneous feeling in some way, shape or form. Now, it might not be the exact thing that you want straight away, but what you should feel is that something is happening straight away, and that comes down to knowing the dosage, and that's where I put in a lot of work to make sure that you get the best possible chance to get the best possible results. So thank you so much for all of you that have taken the time to write a review, because it means so much, and it drives me forward. Like the table thing that I just put in was because of feedback from somebody that wanted just a simple table that she could work from, and so I put that there, and now that is there. Those tables are now there for everybody to gain and to get help from. So when you provide feedback and you provide these reviews and stuff, my offerings get better, my service gets better, and everybody benefits. So just how easy is red light therapy to use? Very easy, and there are such huge benefits to be had from the use of photobiomodulation that I truly believe pretty much everybody could benefit from photobiomodulation, having a device of some sort in their house with them. I use it every day. I've got hundreds of customers that would back me up on just how beneficial it is. And so, what are you waiting for? Get your red light therapy. Get your red light therapy. Anyway, have a great day. Hopefully, this video has sound. Get enough light, enjoy the